Yeah! All right, we are here. Hey, brother. Hold on, so, yeah, we'll never know how they work out, ain't it? I'm loud enough. Woo, I'm gonna sound like I'm screaming. Y'all all right? All right, too, to see y'all. Turn out a little bit, too, to see everybody. Young people, they already be on ready. They can't ask me. They say, what we doing? So they get through with their performance stuff. You plan on teaching? I'll tell you, we did this. CJ asked what we do. Asked what was it he liked? What would he want? You know, his end was he wanted you guys to people to say some words and wanted them to do Zamar. I'm firm for the Debal over anything. You know, let me say this at all. I ain't negating the Zamar at all, because that's a part of our doctrine. That's a part of our doctrine as well. But we're in a dire crisis. You know, I don't know if y'all watched the news. I sent out one. I tried to send one tape out. They had between 30 and 40 tornadoes hit. I'm talking about they demolished. They flattened warehouses, Amazon warehouse. You know how many folks buying Christmas from Amazon? Well, I know 2 locations ain't getting from Kentucky and Chicago won't be distributed nothing. Hey, now y'all seen the video of that? That bad boy flat. I'm talking about flat. He laid him to the ground. People still trapped. I mean, he went through. They said one tornado went about 200 miles. They said never had that happen before. Yahushua talking. He talking to us. He not talking to them people out there. He talking to us. All this stuff that's going on is just like it was, this because of us, faults in us. I'm not gonna put this on white America. I'm not gonna put this on the Asian. I'm not gonna put this on the Hispanic. This fault is on us, because we gone the wrong way. We done the same thing like Balaam. We gone in the way. We gone right out of the way he done told us not to go. And now everybody else is suffering because of us. The Yahudim, Yasharal, we are responsible for this destruction that happened in America. America got to pay for their own stuff, but we talking about us, what we got to get right. That's why we here. And why it was his desire that he just wanted people to sing and just have some words about him, I don't know. That's what he wanted. I'll tell y'all about, for me, I think after his demise, after his final departure, they're going to take him to Florida. They're taking his body down to Florida, and they'll do a graveside funeral for him now. And I won't be going that flat. I'm not going no Florida, do no graveside funeral. Everything I got to tell people, I can tell them right here. So they have someone out there to be speaking now already doing it. I definitely ain't finna hear no false prophet. Y'all know how I feel about that. That won't be happening. I'm not listening to nobody vomit on me and these members. Not happening. I don't know. You kind of find out where your members head at when they start mooting. When they moot and go on and find out what they design. It's a critical time for all of us where we at. Especially when you land on your bed of affliction and you trying to depart, you got to go through your mind on everything. Everything you done. Did you cover everything? Did you confess everything? Is everything out? Is you good? Is your relationship good with him? Because where you at right now, you getting ready to leave, and it's imminent. This ain't something gonna happen over the next couple of years. It's imminent. And in doing that, I just don't want nobody talking on my body. I just really don't. Just leave it alone, take it on where it's supposed to go, and be done with it. Anybody to speak, I want to hear Isha Elohim speak, and it won't be for me. It'll be for the hearers. That's the most important thing. If you believe that this is Armand, that this is Ahmad, which is the truth, and it's the right way, I mean, I would want my family to get the same. It's still my palaver for my gonna call bloodline family, that they repent and hear this. Because I know what it did for me, and I know what they're doing for me. And I don't know nothing else that's gonna help you. Some false prophet, some jumping up, running around some room, that ain't finna fix nothing for nobody. These people need to hear the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but usually it takes a moot, which is a death to occur for people to even come to him. You know, people will come to a bad thing because they want to see who gonna cry, who gonna fall out, who gotta get ammonia on their nose, who jumped in the grave, whatever. That's why I be against with taking them bodies, bringing them in, because I know people ain't gonna do nothing but just cut the food. And a lot of people that be there, they not there to support. Those people there so they can tell it. It's unfortunate. I don't know what you get out of saying, man, you should have seen. They were all tore. What do you get out? What do you get out of seeing people tore? You already dealing with a loss. Why you gonna add insult to injury? You sit here and you see that casket close up, that's tight on a lot of people. They're like, man, this is the last time I see, let me give them back. It's just, main thing for us, we gotta make sure we get it right. So y'all understand for me, I don't know, like I said, members, you just don't never know where people head at until you find out where your member head at in real critical ends on. Everything that you can do, you gotta get while y'all here. There's absolutely nothing you can get done on a bed of affliction. And then you can get done when you're gone. Everything we got to get right, y'all. We got to get it right while we're on this side. And I would allow that's something y'all got to think. I'm always allowing for y'all. People that support us. And there's so many people out there that do support and that stand firm with what we're doing. And my Palau that Yahuwah plant them somewhere because it just ain't you supporting. You're going to have to attach yourself. That's not enough in the day of your mood. That's just being honest. That's not enough. You got to get yourself somewhere. Make sure you confirm. Make sure you totally holding to it. Because I know sometimes people look at, well, you know, I'm with it, you know, Pastor Smith or Ross Smith, that's my pastor. But that's only to an extent. That's when they can justify why they don't go somewhere else. That's when you can justify certain things that you like that I say. But when there are things I say that you don't like, then, you know, ain't my pastor anyway. So that's a difference. Like y'all guys all sit up under leadership for a reason because you have to be chasing. So a lot of times they sit there at that computer, they just cut that off. I ain't got to listen to that. He ain't my pastor. Then they hear something that they like. It is, you know, something they believe. They say, that's my man. That's my pastor. I know what people do. I ain't no fool. I know what people do. So y'all have to sit here and y'all got to take all of it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't cut no camera off in here. Y'all got to sit here and say, that hit, that hurt, that cut, that stung. Hey, but you know what? If you don't get chastisement, the book said then you're a bastard. That means you're illegitimate. That's what folks don't realize. We all, even me, I got to be chasing. I cannot say I had a job and not be chasing. And that's a matter to see he's going to see. Are you going to run off? You know what I'm saying? That's what he chased me for to see. Are you going to take correction? He said, then if you do, then I'm going to deal with you like I deal with, I'm going to deal with you like I deal with the rest of my children. But if not, he said, then I'm going to discard you and no need to keep you. Anybody can be with somebody when things are good, but you got to be here when the chasing come too. That show where your growth come in. It's just like a tree when it's growing. You'll prune it, you'll cut it. You think that tree been, cut me. That tree don't like that. That hurt. I'm losing something. You cutting something away from me. But at the full end, when that tree mature and gets to where it need to be, it'll see it before it's good. Same thing he do with us. He'll take things away from us. He put us in situations for a reason so we can make these changes we need to be. At the end of the day, we only here to be saved. Everything else is extracurricular. Every time you go to school, you got your core subject. Then you got your elective. Nobody care about that junk. They ain't going nowhere that home, man. That's just some junk in there just to help you out. So you want to sew something. You can't use that junk for nothing. I mean, not really when they look at what they're trying to teach you. They'll let you PE. What you going to take PE? You didn't take that stuff on no job. You got your core class. You got to get your math and your English, your science, other things you're going to use depending on what subject matter or what job profession you're going to get out here and you're going to get in. That's what you're going to need when they come down to it. The rest of the stuff, they just give you that because they look at, hey, you got to give them something, otherwise they're going to drop out and quit. So Yahuwah let her get some things. So you don't quit because you already got to look at what everybody else got, so got to give you something. Got to let you have something so you don't cry and complain you ain't get nothing. At the end of the day, when you get salvation, at the end of this whole thing, nothing else going to matter. I assure you. That's why you get in shaman, ain't no need for you to get no wife and no husband. When I go to shaman, I'm not looking for no wife. He'll establish his mouth, there's no need for it. He's like, what I got for it, listen, this is insignificant. That's just along the way. So sometimes we'll attach ourselves to this stuff and our flesh will call for certain things. At the end of the day, it won't save you. That's just being honest. I appreciate what he give me, what he loaned me. But at the end of the day, that stuff ain't gonna save you. A car, a house, a husband, a wife, kid, none of that stuff is going to save. The only thing going to save us adhering to the word. That's why we're here. Now, Zamar is important. So don't think it is. But we got to get this thing right. Y'all hear me? These folks now, who made the decision not to let one of them tornadoes come through him? Who made the decision he had 40 of them? You couldn't spare one to put down here? 2 or 3? You put all 40 and let them go across that way? Not to mention earthquake. You couldn't loan no earthquake. You couldn't make the earthquake down here. That's just so we can consider. If people sitting up there morning, they tore up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just their family, it's their friends, it's their neighbors. They dead, they gone. Them folks never would imagine losing a family, friends, co-worker, that many people at one time. But he was like, I don't know why you didn't. That man come back, he told her, I come back to visit. And when he come to visit, kind of like my cousins. That's how I understand it. Them niggas come now, them niggas tab everything. If it work, it won't work when them niggas. I remember one time, I ain't tell you, I had a radio, Daddy bought me. Boom, how many of y'all remember them boom boxes? Boy, I wanted one of them things, boy, it was hot. But y'all don't know about them boom box. You totally listen. That boom box air on that can, boy, you got to have one of them things. Man, that nigga bought me a radio box like that right there. That one, I want the one with the 2 speakers on the end that you could break them off, two cassette. Oh my God. That boy talking about going to heaven. If you had 2 cassettes on that thing, y'all, how about the nigga bought mine? He had an 8-track on it. And insult the entry in the 80s, they bought me one with an 8-track. It about that big, about that tall. This you can't take this nowhere. I'm like, they're not going out of the house. I can't get, and it had an 8-track on the side of it. Who in the year of the cassette tape? Man, I couldn't get that thing. They wouldn't put out the noise. You need to hear the boom, boom. That's make it popular. That get you. So my cousin, he had that little generator little thing. He took the back out there and hooked that thing up that thing. And I mean, that thing went boom, boom and started smoking and cooked it. Them your nephew. Them nigga tab. When they come to visit, you finna lose something. I understand Mr. Yahusha. You like, I want to see him come. But when he come, he tearing up something. That's the truth. When he come back in this garage, he tearing the place up. He gonna be like my cousin. When he come, something getting tore up. When he come, y'all see, he said, stuff started moving, tumbling over. Stuff started quaking. You see lightning. That all come with travel with him. So it's time for him to make sure on his way to come back here, let's make sure we right. That's the main thing we can work on, making sure we right. So I'm trying to balance this whole thing out here and make sense out of it. We got the lamb and the goat. I'm gonna need that lamb and that goat. How many of y'all don't eat that nasty lamb, nasty goat? I appreciate y'all, and I want y'all to encourage other people. Right. Encourage these people to stay away from nasty, filthy lamb and goat. Disgusting. Get away from it and let it alone so I can eat all I can. My main thing is to make sure we get the bar deep down our law. Appreciate young folk. They tell me, I got all of them up here now. You know, these young folk, they come to me now. I told y'all be messing around. These young folk, they make it move. They came to me and told me, they said they needed some more room for Adam. They told me, they said, we need more room up here on the front. They said some more, they can't get up here. They want to hear. They in the back, they can't hear. Then they asked me when I get finished, they said, when we get finished now, they said, why can we go in the room and go over what we learned? The young folk gonna pass y'all now. Y'all gonna see these folk gonna pass y'all. Y'all gonna sit here and y'all gonna play. I told you, but that, I mean, it just happened. You get comfortable, you sit around long enough, you get relaxed, you think this is all it is. It's more to this than what we got. This word come for all of us and put us in a situation, whether sickness or illness or loss, whatever, so you'll consider. Nobody consider, man, you give a man $100 million, he ain't considering nothing. That man hit, he got it. He the luckiest man in the world. He the happiest man and the happiest woman in the world until tragedy comes. And you know, they started to realize if another hit, I trade all that money in the world just to have them back. I trade all that money in the world just to have my health and my strength back. So Mr. Yahusha put every one of us and everybody in different stages and different times. We got to consider. I got to consider. Man, you going through here, it easy to get comfortable. And Mr. Yahusha had to let things come in and challenge and say, hey, you got to consider. I don't want you to think you can just jump and go. I want you to consider your whole existence is in my hands. That man hold a whole key of what's in your hand. Man, I walked in, me and Leon went to the hospital. Mr. Yahusha saw fit, we was able to leave. We went in there together, we was able to leave. They could have either said, yeah, you're not going to go nowhere. We don't have to keep it. But keep me, yeah, you're going to be in for a while. And that thing, no, I don't make it out. We went in, we left. Same hospital we went in, we left. CJ went in, and that's where he going to depart at. Stuff that you'll take for granted, man. You'll walk through them doors or roll through them doors thinking it might not be that serious. You get in them and say, this is real serious. You could be in a wreck. Some people, Lancaster, he was able to leave from there. And they thought your arm and everything else was broke, but you made it. There's some folk with that hospital had some wreck. Them folk didn't come back out of there. Stuff a lot, all that he do is let you know, consider. Everybody here, consider. Chanel, you had one. Shoot, man, could have folded you up and killed you. You know, airbag killed him. I had a friend, he had an accident. He was on a Ford Ranger. That thing flipped over and the airbag departed, broke his neck. He couldn't turn the neck and killed him. Their family sued for it, I don't know what they got. So a lot of them airbags that come and save folks' lives, so them airbags kill a lot of people. You know who determined that? Mr. Yahusha. That airbag put out enough for it, that thing can crack your chest. Yep. A lot of y'all be sitting here and be right here on the wheel. Yep. Listen, it's gonna expand. It's not gonna start with, listen, this thing is designed to expand to the full capacity. So you sitting right here on that wheel, when that thing let go, they tell y'all all the time, do not sit up close on them wheels. Get off of that wheel, cause when that thing explode, it coming. It's coming with blunt force and it coming quick and it's hard. And Mr. Yahusha can let it be your demise. Y'all hear me? Thing crack your face and everything. I seen it hit a lady face one time. Listen, it had her complete face on the airbag and her hair. Her hair went like this. Listen, only reason I know that because of the airbag. That thing hit her so far, you could tell that she bowed her head in the middle and she wore it down and did like that. It caught the whole caption of her face. Her lipstick and everything. Eye print, nose, everything. A lot of stuff folk don't consider. You need to start considering now. Y'all hear me? So I got to figure this out now and try to see how to do this. So I'll let y'all do that. Just let y'all do it. It's got to be for a reason. It's got to be for a reason. But we need this to ball. What is his intent? What is his intent? Somebody, you know what? Somebody ain't gonna be saved. It's intent for somebody. It would have been intent for somebody not to be saved. But this is what he used to save people. Believe it or not, that's what he used to save people. We gonna get it right. We gotta go back through that book. Did y'all learn anything when y'all went through the Torah? That's the goal. That's the goal. I mean, even for me, it made me look at things differently because I'll be honest, I never thought about when I didn't do things that was a sign of me just hating him. I never did. That put a lot on the table for me to consider to say, now I have to reconsider. And also with these T-seats, we're going to just start wearing these every day. Yeah, we just go ahead and just make this going to be regular wear. This ain't going to just be for him. If you got something that you don't want them on, don't do it. Just go and do something different. It's going to be important for it. If there's ever been a time for it to come up and show ourselves in now. These folks walk around with red bandana, blue bandana. They ain't scared to wear them nowhere. Every outfit they got correspond with it. That's how we got to start corresponding with our life. We don't correspond to these people wait so long. We forgot we got away. Isn't that right? We got a rock, but we've been going with these people so long. A lot of things is always about trying to be comfortable, trying to be conducive, and trying to fit in. We ain't gonna never fit in with these people. You can't fit in with them, because every time they come down to their structure and their way, it's gonna intercede against our way. And it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna come down to a stance of which way you going. That's just being honest. It's designed to be that. It forces your hand to where you're gonna have to take a stand. Now you either gonna go with what they're doing or you're gonna stay with what he told them. It's designed that way. You can try to be quiet, try to be humble, don't say nothing, don't bother. If folks, listen, it's gonna be one that they're gonna pin you down, they're gonna say, we need to hear from you. Right. You be thinking, for what? Right. What you say about Christmas? Right. Are we wrong? You say him. Why these people? He gonna tie your hand. Believe me, go ahead, stay humble, stay real humble. Right. Don't bother nobody saying that. I'm telling you, you're going to get pinned down the way you got to make a decision. That's why I'm telling y'all why we got to establish this stuff, establish our own. Because the way they have it, they got you pretty much set up to where it always affects your income. And when it affects your income, now you got to start to consider, how can I answer this and still have peace with these people and still have my income? You're not, unless you're going to sell out. I don't do it, but I wouldn't say it's wrong. Now you just compromise. Now you just come. That was your time to let these people know it's a standard. They only came to you because they know that you hadn't. Right. Have y'all ever been approached like that before? You ain't been people. It's a reason why. These people need us to sign off on. Why you think they ask you? Right. How many of y'all go ask them? Let me ask you. I'm gonna pin you down. What you think about Shabbat? Cause you don't need them. What you like? Let me ask you what you think about Pesach. When have we had to go at these senators? Because we don't care what they think. They have no bearings on what we do. They ask you, they force your hand, they push you and put you in the corner because they know they're wrong. They know they're wrong and they need you to sign off on it. That's the only reason they're asking. They need you to sign off, and when you hold that stand, they piss. Because every time they do it, they got to look at you and know, I'm wrong, Anna. I'm wrong. I got to get rid of you. I got to make something happen. I got to try to trap you up into something so I can say, ha, see, you wrong right there. So me and you both wrong. I celebrate Christmas and you just went to lunch and you forgot to clock out. Both of us wrong. Both of us, you like, hold on for a minute. How you compare that? I still kept the same time. Yeah, but the law is here though. You supposed to clock out and you broke that law. So you saying I broke law. So both of us gonna burn now. I'm telling you. These people need you to say, y'all don't know how important y'all are to these people. We the only gravity these people got. Listen, if it weren't for us, you take us out here, stupid people just be slamming all around the earth. Tell us, I'm the only reason why you ain't slammed into these walls. We the only gravity holding this thing still. Soon we gone, stupid people are gonna be slung everywhere. So tell these people, say, I'd rather you just say thank you. Ain't that right? Just tell me thank you, that you're not slammed into a wall somewhere. All right, I'm trying to talk to y'all a little bit then. We're trying to see about letting them go. This is what the folks need. CJ, this is what they need. This is what they need before they get to that point. Because you mess around here and you leave here and you want to, I assure you this other stuff ain't going to save nothing. So I'm going to tell all my members, the rest of y'all now, before y'all get to that point, you need to go ahead and you need to tell your family what you're going to do, because otherwise I'm going to shut it all down. We're not going to be in the middle of that foolishness with nobody. I'm about saving folks' souls. Y'all hear me? To the Yahudim first. Then I send it out to the rest of the Goyim. I just being honest. I got to say to folk that's a lie. I can't be trying to do all this other stuff people trying to do. These folk need to be saved. Should have got all the family, say everybody y'all cut over there. That's what I want y'all to do is sign and hear that man teach. And duct tape yourself to the seat and wear a diaper. I only want you to go and pee. Set that till you finish, because you're going to need it. Because that's the only way we're going to escape it. We're trying to make provision before we get out of here. Y'all hear me? All the young people set up, they got what they need. Just what we supposed to be doing today. You trying to think about it? What is today, Joseph? What day? What? I can't hear you. What's today? Supposed to be knock you out day. Make sure you remind me. Write your note to make sure you remind me. He writing a note too. That boy that off the chain. The man writing a note to remind you writing it down to remind me? Appreciate it. See, they honest. All right, we're gonna let them get ready to sound the Kato Sarah. But I do, we cut the air on a little bit too, a little warm in here. As soon as I wear a sweat, who that? Huh? How many of y'all is a little warm in here? You more like 200 people. Yeah, we just hit one of them on just try to just won't just be a light cool. We got work to do. Then we gonna sit down. We gonna eat and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna let y'all. I want to hear y'all perform. Y'all got some good stuff, man. Y'all got great talent. They be displayed. But y'all got great talent. What y'all saying? Make sure y'all living what you're singing. What you're sure. Make sure you live. That's all the power. That's all the power. Make sure you're living what you're actually sharing, and make sure you're standing on it. I'm telling you, somebody hear you. Believe me, somebody hear you. I'm just being honest, somebody gonna hear you now. Them folks out there, they do a lot of stuff, but all their stuff ain't nothing but smoking mirrors and tricks. Them guys come out bulletproof vest all on stage. Man, you firecracker, them niggas dive into the audience, loser. Right, man, what you got all that stuff on? Then got a whole song, kill me, kill me, kill me. Firecracker, all them niggas grabbing babies, sticking them in front of them. These guys not actually living that life they up there doing. So y'all got opportunity to do something different what these folks do. Live what you're performing about. My young people too, y'all, what y'all perform, y'all who did, y'all got anything else, y'all working on something else, ain't it? Who all gonna be in the other one? Hold on, Joy ain't gonna be in it. You doing an album? Which one? You doing an album? Oh, you doing an ad lib? You gonna ad lib? You just gonna shoot out there and just throw it out there on the swing. Y'all know what ad lib is? Where y'all get all this stuff? I ain't talking that. So Joe, you just gonna jump out there, you just gonna come out there with it. Well, I know he can dance and he can play an instrument. He got that from his mama. He know his dad ain't got no rhythm like that. Your mama got rhythm, don't her? He a good man, he ain't got no rhythm. I know he got that rhythm from, don't we all know where he got that rhythm from? That man, damn, I said, never their mama. Ain't a lick of Hayward in now. Hayward did that one dance outside on camera, did like that. And he had to go to the military and get about 15 shots. He ain't been back since. Yeah, but I appreciate the young people though. We want them to get better and better with this thing. All our young people, our teens and everybody. Y'all the next generation. Isn't that right? Y'all the next generation. Shaquille on camera, I said, me and all, we gonna hold it down. Bryson, Austin, Brittany, and I don't know if she put Bryson, we got to find a Bryson, but if here, Bryson, Austin, Brittany, and Allen, y'all the next, and Brittany, yeah, that's all of y'all. Y'all the last four to hang out. And Hadia, where Hadia at? That's right, there she go. And who else? And yeah, and Lily, and that's right, Liliana. What's the name of Liliana? Where did that name come from, Liliana? He just made that up. He made up Liliana. Yeah, Liana, yeah. So anyway, y'all the next generation. Y'all folk in there right? Y'all got to hold on and get this thing straight. Isn't that right? Maya, you got to show them how we did it when we came through. And please don't make no more sweet potato. Before I go, man, what kind of sweet potato you made? You made some sweet potato? One time, what was it, sweetie? What kind of sweet potato you made? A souffle? So the souffle, you took the sweet potatoes, put your butter and stuff in there, and whipped them, put your pecans and stuff in there. Is that the one you made? That's what was wrong with it. How you made the souffle? What was in your souffle? Cinnamon, sugar. Did you say rice? Butter, yeah, cinnamon, sugar, and butter. And then what else you do? That was it. That's just a regular sweet potato. You supposed to put pecans in there. Don't try nobody to put the pecans in there. Oh, she did. Oh, you did on your own. Well, at least you tried. So what happened while you had this? What happened while he shot it down like that? She know what happened. Oh my God, Daddy, where your book at? Daddy got a book of cook. You ain't read your dad a book of cook? You still got that book, Daddy? That man had a book with pictures of how he wanted food to look. Did anybody? Y'all never seen it? Man, that thing was pretty. Listen, that man had a book. He had to laminate every page. He'll cook the meal, take a picture. He said, that's how I want my food to look. Make it look like this right here. Yeah, with how to cook it and how it's supposed to look. But you know what? That's a part of learning. You have to show people too. So you can tell people out there, and then, we got to help these young folk here. We got to get these young folk ready. Y'all know how many of y'all know how to cook? I heard you know how to do breakfast, right? You the breakfast man. Ain't that right? And what else? He said he does breakfast and dinner? Oh, he can? Okay. What you know how to cook, Junior? Oatmeal. Man, you're going to be so bloated, man. Oatmeal and what else? Hold on for a minute. He know how to bake biscuit? He do. You know how to, you make the dough, then he take it and he put it in there? I know how to make it. I be listening. I didn't think that's good. Know how to bake biscuit. What you do is make sure they get real dark on the bottom and the top, then they ready. Is that how you do it? I'm just checking to make sure. What you know how to make? I'm saying, Cam, you know how to cook? Cam don't know how to cook nothing. Oh, you know how to make oatmeal too? Y'all two probably try to get together. What you know how to cook? He can cook breakfast. French toast? That's one thing.
French toast, waffles, eggs, sausage.
French toast, eggs, sausage. He know how to cook all that? He made it. Boss, you done ate it. Let me ask you, have your dad ate all that stuff you cooked? Have you cooked something he done ate? He thinking about it. Yeah. Where my other cooks at? What you trying to cook, Joseph? Eggs, biscuits. Hold on, biscuits and what else? And sausages. What here in part of the sugar department? Oh, the sugar been missing. So what you bake your own biscuits? You make it, what you go get the flour? Where you get your biscuit from? Huh? You don't know where you get them from? They just appear in the, like Ryan said with Carr, they just appear in the mist. Or could it can come from somewhere? Oh, that's good. We got one different tier. There's some of these Akeem can't cook. How many of these Akeem can't cook in here? Mike, but Mike can eat. Just you know how to cook, don't you? Cam, you know how to cook? What you cook? Chicken. Look, he said little chicken, little broccoli. Well, you said to make me don't want to eat it. Yeah, little chicken, little broccoli. Yeah, not extravagant like that. Okay, we'll work on that. All right, we're going to get rid of that sign of Katos Sarah. Let's see where we go with this. And I'm trying to be long, most high will or how we see fit. But then I do want to hear y'all, do some of what y'all do. So we'll kind of mix this in. But we definitely need that. Y'all agree with that? Yes, all right, let's see. All right, let's sign the Katos Sarah. We'll move forward. Whew. All those that are able, Most High, Kudash Abba, the separated Father, Hadu, which is thanks again for allowing us to come and assemble to be able to Shama, which is to hear your Kudash Daba, your separated word. Baraka us and grant us an understanding. Grant us the wisdom, the understanding, and grant us and limit us that we might receive the Ruach HaKadosh, sealing us unto the human redemption. We yakra upon your Shem, which is called upon your name, for no other help we know. We seek you for redemption. We seek you for restoration. We seek you for a Beth in your Malkuth. Palawing unto you, which is asking you that you would allow your Pani to or upon us, which is your face to lighten upon us. Barak us that your Pani, which is your presence, might be our surrounding, our encampment. Baraka us and fill our lives, which is our hearts, with your ahab, which is your affection. For we are yakra by your Shem, Yahuwah Elohim, through Yahusha HaMashiach, which is your salvation, the anointed one. Baraka those that are watching in and those under the sound of my call, which is under the sound of the voice. Baraka all of us that we might receive that which you grant unto us, that we might be Yasha, that we might be saved. For we have a zeal, but we've lacked knowledge, simply because of we've gone after our own Darak, which are our own ways. But we come before you, most Kudash Abba, separated Father, seeking you to restore us and make us the Gui of which you proclaimed unto Abraham, Yitzchak, Jacob, the Yahudim, and to Yasharal, according to the Berith Yushabat, that you will recover their seed and their seed, even unto us. Baraka us, blot out all of our kata, all of our ma'al, before it's everlasting too late. We ask, in which we allow, that you search us and see if there be any Rasha Darak, any evil ways. Cast it from us and lead us in the Arak, which is the way of life, everlasting. Let the debar of our paw, which are the words of our mouth, let the meditation of our lives, which is of our hearts, be acceptable in your sight. And as we prepare to move further, we allow, in which we ask, that you take full control, that you get the tahalim, the praise, you get the kabod, the glory, and the kabod, the honor, in the Shem, which is the name of Yahusha HaMashiach. Let us all say, Amen. Ooh. I got a screen stuck in the air. Is it broken or we just slowed it down? Oh, this too far over? Oh, appreciate it. You get old, you gotta take about 50 pills a day. I hadn't planned on teaching. I was let y'all just go ahead, perform. I want to say I Mr. Yahuwah work it out, but it makes sense why I'm doing it. Y'all got it? People didn't realize the family would have came, so we just did the perform, and do that, let people say word. But you can't be saved by that. You got to have this teacher. You got to have understanding. You got to be put in a situation where you consider. That's the real effect of the ball. When it reaches far enough where it make you consider your ways, it strip you where you can go back and you can be clothed. The book talking about, let's see something right quick. Let's see. Romans 15:4.
For whatever Nikatab before.
Whatever was written before.
Nikatab for our Lamed.
Y'all got that, young people? And whether it was written to teach us so that
we through endurance.
What we talked about endurance being? Exactly right. Y'all got that? Going through something without giving way. And through
Nakum of the Ketubim.
Well, that's right. What happened?
Might have Tikva.
That's what we're looking for. So that's the whole purpose of what we're looking to do. Let's look at it right quick. 2 Corinthians. So I was getting ready to quote something that came to my mind. 2 Corinthians right quick. 5:1. Let's see. It's 2 Corinthians 5:1. Listen.
For we know that if our Arat's bet of this Mashakam were dissolved, we have a building of Elohim, and bet not made with hands, Olam in the Shamayim.
And it continues in the Shamayim. This one torn down for what reason? That's right. It wasn't constructed to last forever. It just wasn't. If you think about it, it makes sense. If it's torn down, it wasn't built to withstand. The one he told you in Shamayim, he said continue. It's the noon. It continues. This one was never built that it was going to stay and it was not to be torn down. We read when we read the Torah later, if y'all remember, he talked about y'all obeying your parents. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember why he told y'all to do it? Because it was right. And what else he told you going to do? Prolong. Prolong is not inevitable or is not permanent. Only thing at best you can do is prolong your moot. You can't stop it. It's imminent. It's going to happen. So by keeping these regiments that he gives us, the only thing we can do at best is to try to prolong the inevitable. It's coming, but through us obeying Shama, which is to hearken and to do, that just prolongs our Yamin, our days. Y'all got it? So when he tells us about if this one is torn down, it's inevitable. It has to happen. It's going to be torn down. But listen, we do have a building from Elohim, a beth, which is not made with hands, and it continues. It's the noon forever in the Shamayim, which is alarm for us in the Shamayim. Y'all see that? So now, when he told us this is tragic for most of us. If I told you right now you were going to die, how many of y'all would be excited? Right now, until you finna die right now. What would be your emotion? Scared? Afraid? Terrified? Worried? concern. Well, sad, all that's gonna happen. Well, I'm telling you now, it's gonna be torn down. But listen, we have a building from Elohim, a bed which is not made of hands, and it continued to noon. They know about continuing in noon for how long? In the Shamayim. That's your consolation. That's your consolation. Y'all got it? That's your consolation. So we knew when we came here, you came here, you should have known that if you came here, you're living, that you're gonna moot. So what we're trying to do now, make reservation for the inevitable. When that appears, when that time happens, we're trying to obtain that bed. The one that doesn't break down. The one that's not gonna be torn down. The one that he's gonna look at and gonna say, let that one stay. Let that one stand. That one will continue. Let's see what he told us. Since we're him. Listen.
For in this we groan,
And what else?
earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our bed, which is from Shamayim.
See what happened? Y'all see what he told us we do? How many of y'all got up sometimes and said, how many of y'all got for that, for pain or whatever? Groaning. Why? Because the pain that their body brings you. And guess what the purpose of that for? To let you know, let's see what he told us. For now, what you saying can be used, but think about it from this perspective. For even now, we groan. We are longing to be clothed with our beth, which is from Shamayim. This groan, these pain, these aches, help you to want to move and transition to the better house. Why would I want to go there? I'm healthy. I'm running with everything fine, perfect, top health. Why would I want to leave? Why would I want to leave? That's stupid. I still want to go because you're stupid. It makes absolutely no sense to leave a perfectly standing, well-operating house, does it? But he said, for even now we groan. For what? We are longing to be clothed. Those pains, those aches, that suffering makes us want to help us to transition. Let me tell you something. How many of y'all had a baby? I mean, even with fathers begot, mothers that had them. Do you know what make that baby come out? The baby's uncomfortable in that position. Sometimes when the baby stays too long, they do what they call induced labor, which means they break the bag and take the water. The baby like, I can't stay here. That baby don't just come out. It's because the baby has developed enough to realize, I have to leave this comfort zone. It's not comfortable anymore. I don't want to be here anymore. I have to get out of here. That's how the baby comes. How many people know this? How many of y'all never thought about it? Some, one, two. What y'all thought happened? The baby just said, I just pop out for no reason. He just pop out a perfectly good, warm, comfortable spot. You ain't got to put on no diapers. You just mess and piss right now. Who want to leave that? Who want to leave that? Somebody carry you and take you everywhere you go. Who going to leave that? So the baby has to be put in an uncomfortable position in order for it to transition. Y'all got it? So in order for us to transition, guess what has to happen? We have to have these pains, these aches, these sorrows. And guess what it makes you want to do? Why y'all think people commit suicide? They look at their bank account, I got hundreds of millions of dollars. They look at their marriages going well. They look at their kid, they all successful. Everybody healthy, ain't nobody dying. They said, I'm finna kill myself so I can be clothed upon and get my eternal death. Who does that? Typically, what makes people commit suicide? Stress, discomfort, health issues, marriage ain't going well, kids in bad situation, maybe some legal problem come, they feel like, you know what, I just want to leave. So it gives you an idea of what he does in order to get us to transition. He'll allow us to be in a situation so you'll desire to want to leave. Hello? Let's look at something. Okay? That makes sense? Okay. Let's look at something since we're here. We said, See if that's Oriah. They call it Luke. 2. See if it's 22:39. Let's look at something. Maybe. Oriah. They call it Luke for those that's listening. Oriah. Let me see. 22. 39, that's 1. 22, see if it's 39? 22. I said I want 23. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So 23, might be 21, I'm saying. Let's say that's what I want. 2239. Let's say. Listen.
And he came out and went as he was wont to the Har of Olives, and his Talmudim also followed him.
He went out as he did day by day, yom by yom, to the mount, to the Har of what is it called? Hazintim. This is for the, correct? No, hold on. Zintim is for olives. And his Talmudim also did what?
Followed him.
Followed after him. All right, come on. Listen.
And when he was at the Malchum, he said unto them, Palau, that ye enter not into temptation.
See that? That you shall not come into the hands of testing. Y'all hear that? That you don't fall prey and you don't fall victim. And I'll send out text sometime. I tell y'all Palau without ceasing. And this is what you have to constantly do. I do a lot of Palau. Because you have to. You can't take things for granted. This is what people look at. Once I'm right, then I'm good. No, once you're right, you got more work you got to put in. Because now the opposition become tame and it grows. A lot of times people say, once I get it, I'm good. No, now you got to guard it. You got to fight it. You got to fight for it. Y'all know that? You got to fight for it because it's always people. Yahusha had some fights as they were traveling to inherit Jerusalem. They did more fighting once they got it. What were they think they just going to get? They're going to be it. I want Jerusalem too. I was looking at it too before you got him. So now guess what? You got to defend it. You got to keep men up on the wall. You can't go ahead and just laugh and play and sleep. You constantly, while you're enjoying it, you always got to have a defense. That's the same way we got to be when you're looking at inheriting the Malkut Elohim, which we look at as the Ruach first, being inherited that, because it comes with a comfort. It comes with the protection, the Ruach HaKadosh. Same thing you look at with the Malkut, the empire. So now, once obtaining it, now your fight is somebody trying to take it from you. You go and you win, like, I'm heavyweight champion of the world. Just won it. I'm good. I keep this until I die. What happened, Darren? A contender? What, one of them? Soon as somebody get knocked out, they don't be number one contender, somebody else step up.
Yeah.
Number 2 won't be number 1. Number 3 won't be number 1 too. So everybody can't be number 1. So it's a constant fight, and all these folks contending to try to get to the person who got it. And when that person get it, guess what? You finna have to fight for it too. Y'all got it? So get out of your mind that once I get it, then I'm good. No, once you get it, now you got to fight to keep it, protect, defend. That's what we constantly do. This is why we're here and we're being taught, limited, because we're being taught to obtain it, then how to keep it. Like these people get. How many of y'all seen stories about people that won the lottery? What's pretty much the end result of them?
They lose it all.
Bro. So you don't have to have a class when I'm on getting it. They need to be taught how to defend to keep it. They wound up, my accountant stole from me, my husband and my wife stole from me. I let people borrow money. I gave money to churches. It's constant stories of how they lost it. I had my kids and wife on a $24,000 a month allowance, and we lost it in no time because nobody taught you how to defend. So a lot of time teaching that people go and get about trying to get the Ruach HaKadosh, trying to be saved, trying to be delivered. Then you got to be taught how to maintain. It's like, let me tell you, bad program. PX90. Who know what PX90 is? In 90 what? 90 days, what happened? Lose weight. No. So what happened in 91? 150. The program is only set up for 90 days. If you don't know how to transition from once you attain it, guess what happened? PX90 on the shelf, dusted, molded. Y'all hear me? The roach are getting it, and they playing frisbee in your house. They're like, that fat nigga ain't using this. I'm just being honest. Because they don't give you programs on how to continue to give you lose weight in how long? 30 days. These be people calling, someone get 30 days. I mean, it's just different one. What do you do day 31? What do you do day 45? Exactly, because guess what? They never gave you a plan to where you'll continue to maintain. So the goal is when you get salvation, his way was to teach you how to defend. Y'all got it? Let's see how that work out. Let's see how this work out. Come on, finish this and I'm gonna see something else right quick. Next verse.
And he was withdrawn from them about a
He
bond
parted from them the distance of slinging.
and a bond, and kneeled down in Palal.
They looked at the distance, just around like, about there. About the distance of slinging a rock. Because you got to give people, because more people just look at slinging. You throw, some people throw hard, but you just sling, you just kind of flick, right? So you just kind of, about that far. All right? They wouldn't have said no meters or nothing like that. That's all Greek stuff. Saying,
Abba, if thou be willing,
he would have said, I be, my father.
Abi, if thou be willing,
If you be willing,
remove this cup from me.
see that? Make this cup pass from me.
Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done.
See that? He says, saying, I be my father. If you're willing to make this cup pass from me, yet let it not be according to my will, but according to, let's see what he said. Because these words, you can say that. Let's see what happened.
And there appeared a Malachi unto him from Shamayim,
And a Malachi, which is a messenger from Shamayim, appeared to him and did what?
strengthening him.
Let's see what happened.
And being in agony, he palawed
Then the bonds of moot,
more earnestly. And
fervently.
and his sweat was as it were great drops of dam falling down to the Adumah.
Uh-huh. Hold on, stop. Hold on, come back down. So it's not in your book. Come back down. And here it told us, listen, it came so that he wrestled with, things weren't that bad. You can recite that. I can write it on paper. You can recite it too. But things that bad when you ready to die. He said, I really wrestled with that. You know, the first thing, this is what hurt us. We forget he was a man. Mm-hmm. I can't understand it unless you're a man going through this. What a spirit like sweating drops of blood? What is a spirit wrestling with? They don't have flesh. You don't have to contend with this. We're in a constant battle with self. And this was Yahusha. This was the Ruach, the written debar, wrapped in flesh, basar. And he, look, this is what he said. Hold on, back me up to 43 again. Listen, it's beautiful. No, I'm sorry, 42. Look. Saying, my father, if you are willing to make this cup pass from me, yet let it not be according to my will, but according to your will. Then let's see what has happened. Encouragement comes. A messenger from heaven appeared to him and strengthened him. Sire, you can do it. Let's see what happened. Then the bonds of moot, the thing that bounds you and connects you to death, came upon him. This thing was pulling on me. This thing trying to pull me in. And he continued to what? How? His sweat was like drops of dung, like blood dripping off, falling to the rocks. It came so that he wrestled with moot. I was struggling with it. He struggled. You don't just pop out of him. He struggled with it. He did it. And remember, he was our example. To know there's a struggle. You fight for life. How many? I won, but I'm just choking. You be this relaxed. I'm choking the piss at you. What you be trying to do? That's right. Whatever he got to do. That was a terrible example of how you did it. I don't know why you going back like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's your first time getting choked to death. Listen, that was their first time getting choked to death now. Let's be honest. It's still terrible. Still terrible though. So what is it? What's your natural reaction gonna be? You gonna try to be? What you gonna try to fight like politely? No, sir. Lightly? You gonna be ready to fight all nightly if you have to. That's what Jacob did. He wrestled. When the man came, he said, "Man, I'm fighting this thing." So that shows you where we'll fight even the Ruach. But he will fight to do what though? To obtain. A lot of times we'll fight to resist the will. He will fight, he looked at, I'm trying to obtain. With Yahusha, he'll fight, he looking at, I'm trying to loose the bonds. Bonds are what holds you. I'm death coming to get you. What you trying to do? That's right. And in fight, he gonna wind up sweating. He gonna be in an agony because he look at, I don't want to give in to that. I do not want death to overtake me. Okay? Even with what he had, the written word. What he had, Malachi come, you can do it. You come on, you can do it. I'm still fighting it. Unless I'm put in a position where it's more than I could take and I got to transition out. He got to put him in a situation where he's willing. Okay? Let's look at see if that same book. See if that's 23, 40. Try 48. Let me see. 54. Last 52. See if it might be 39. Oriah 23. We did turn that little arrow on them. The day I would wear a sweater, this'll happen. When I walked outside, I said, I heard that. I said, summertime again. Will Smith jumped in my car, playing my summertime. I'm like, where that come from? He said, you got a sweater on, nigga. What you do with your radio tell you that? You got a sweater on, nigga. Hey, I wasn't talking to you. There's always one in the crowd. Let's see, 39, 40, let me see, 20, let's see. Okay. Yeah, we'll start here, 39. 23, 39 too, huh? It's important for us to learn that because people make it think, you know, they say, see, you know why you scared to die? Because you ain't right. You scared to die because you been living. You ain't never died before. Right. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go on top of a building that's a mile high in it. Yeah. You know why you scared? Because you ain't living. I'm scared because I ain't never been up this high before, nigga. I ain't got nothing to do with no scare. I ain't never been here before. Moot, you ain't done it if you been living. Any folk come at you and I died and came back. You don't know what you did. Just stop lying. Yeah. Just stop that. All these folk did 3 days. Just stop it. Just stop it. Brain dead. These folks just stop. These folks write book to tell a lie to make you buy. And you know what it do? And you know why people buy it? People say, I want to learn from them. It ain't all this going down no tunnel and no light stuff. This not no train ride. Right. These folks tell lies to make money off of us. And so our intelligence. We have to learn how, as much as two things we have to learn how to do. We have to learn how to live and learn how to die. That's just being honest. People only tell you the good thing. Oh, you want to live so nothing don't happen. Let me tell you something. Be flat with you. It don't matter how right you live and how good you serve, stuff gonna happen. Okay? So we are being taught how to still maintain. Y'all got it? That's what we taught, how to maintain. Listen, you live right, guess what happened? You don't pay your light bill, they gonna cut that mother off. You live right, polite, do what you're supposed to do, and don't pay your water bill, your water gonna get cut off. Okay? We still got things we have to do. So you're trying to maintain two worlds, in a sense. You're trying to maintain the natural way you live in. There are things you need in order to survive. You know what I'm saying? Let's say, in order to stay from being barbaric. You can live outside and go bathe in creeks and sewers. You don't have to have lighting. You can just go out here and light leaves up, but you're living more barbaric versus you can have a home or have a place to stay and have electricity, have running water. All these things you got to still maintain, and you still got to maintain the sense of salvation, which is primary. So you're in a constant fight, trying to make the bills, trying to make things balance in marriage, trying to balance your kid, trying to balance your health, and do all this. At the same time, the most important thing you got to balance first is your salvation. The whole thing is a balancing act. Y'all got it? I got to tell you that, because if you just live right, everything tells you, no, you live right, you still going to pay your bills. You're constant, it's a maintaining. And then what you'll find with a lot of people, they'll just quit altogether. They say, why fight it? Just do one thing. Why keep trying to balance it? Because it's when you get to the end, that's the part you got to deal with. You should have learned how to balance it, but you quit and decided to take what you thought the easy way and just not keep his will and just do whatever the flesh called for, and you still got to meet this man in mosh pot. So what we have to learn how to do, not only how to live, but we got to learn how to die. Learn how to maintain while we living. Y'all got it? And then we got to learn how to transition over to moot. Let's see what happened to him. This is 23:39. Well, back me up. Let me see 33. Let me see it 33. Let's see. Listen.
And when they were come to the Malchum, which is called Calvary, there they crucified him, and the malefactors, one on the right hand and the other on the left.
See, they had two, one on the right hand, one on the left hand. Listen.
Then said Yahusha,
I'm sorry. Yahusha said,
Abba,
I be my Father.
forgive them, for they know not what they do. And they parted his raiment and cast lots.
See that? Go ahead.
And the arm stood beholding, and the Shari also with them derided him,
Ridiculed him, saying,
he saved others, let him save himself, if he be Mashiach, the chosen of Elohim.
See that? That's what they asked him to do. And do y'all young people know, before I ask them, do y'all know why they told him to do that? The ruler, why they ridiculed him, saying, he saved others, now let him save his life, if he be the Mashiach. Do y'all know why they told him to do that? He was a physician. He was a physician, he was a healer, what they call doctors. And he told us that it was going to come to pass that we were going to tell him that. He said we were going to tell him, physician, heal yourself. And that's what they told him to do. If you're a physician, you heal others, they wanted him to save himself. But if he saved himself, we would have surely moved. We would have surely moved. Okay, listen. Did I finish reading? Did it say he was the chosen of Elohim?
Yes, sir.
There was, okay, the chosen one of Elohim. All right, come on.
And the soldiers also mocked him, coming to him and offering him sour wine.
Hold on, that's 30, hold on, one minute. Oh, the military ish, okay, the military ish. Wow. We call him Ashi and she mocked him. They approached and brought him vinegar. Oh yeah.
And saying, if thou be the Malak of the Yahudim, save thyself.
So that they want to save his life. Come on.
And a superscription also was katab over him in letters of Greek and Latin and Abri. This is the Malak of the Yahudim.
Okay.
And one of the malefactors which were hanged railed on him, saying, if thou be Mashiach, save thyself and us.
See that? Save yourself and us. Come on.
But the other answering rebuked him, saying, dost not thou, Yahweh Elohim, seeing thou art in the same condemnation? And we indeed Sadak, for we receive the due reward of our deeds.
We see the water in our hands.
But this Ish had done nothing amiss.
See that? They looked at it when they suffered, they said it was a just recompense for them. They said what they were getting for what they did, this was just, this was right, this is what they should have gotten. They said, but this man here had done anything, he hadn't done nothing wrong for it. And yet our writing told us that he did no qatar, neither was deceit found in his paw, in his mouth. They testified that this man indeed hadn't done no wrong. Let's see what happened.
And he said unto Yahushua, Adon, Zakar me when thou comest into thy Malkut.
So what did he ask Yahushua to do? Mark him to what? As so to remember him. He said, mark me as so to remember me. Okay? So when you come in your Malkut, when you're coming to your empire. Okay, let's see.
And Yahushua said unto him, Aman, I say unto thee, this yom shalt thou be with me in paradise.
In the garden of, we put it down, of the garden. Okay. 44.
And it was about the 6th hour, and there was a kashak over all the arats until the 9th hour. And the shamash was kashak, and the veil of the mashikah was rent in the midst.
Was torn into pieces.
And when Yahushua had Sa'ak with a loud call, he said, Abba, into thy hands I commend my ruach.
And?
Having said thus, he gave up the ruach.
And his breath out of his life. So you see the difference? When he palal at first, he was palawing about removing the cup. He struggled with death to the point of he wrestled with it. He didn't want to do it. Now it got him to so much vigor and got him into so much hurt and got him to so much pain. Guess what happened? We done transitioned. He done told his Abba, my father, he said, into your hands, I entrust my Ruach. Now I'm ready to depart. So sometimes what we don't understand when tragedy, sickness, and different things happen, and we wonder why, because it gets us to a mindset of realizing, how many of y'all get to some point, it's just like, you just want to just give up? Come on, how many have been at the point? You ain't never been to the point you want to just give up, just quit. Because what, something happened? Guess what? All of those are just transitioning period, getting you to a point of realizing you're going to come to that point, that you have to be ready to not telling you to suicide, but you have to have your mind in a readiness to where we have to transition. That's what he was doing. He was allowing, he was sitting here looking at, okay, whatever your will is, that's what I want to do. I don't want to do it, but if that's your will, I want to do it. Then you get to a point, he said, yeah, you know what, you can do this. You can go ahead and you can move, you can go ahead and do it. He's looking at, I'm fighting with this thing. It ain't that bad yet. It just ain't that bad for me to just want to transition out yet. But when he got to that point where he on the tube, when he, look, pain, agony, people ridiculing you, people giving you poison. Is this really where you want to stay? So guess what he can look at? Into your hands, I commit my Ruach. I'm ready to transition out. Y'all got it? Ready to transition. So he was trying to show us, like Shaul tried, like Cup tried to tell us, he was showing us how we had to take off this what? We had to take off this one, the one we got on. Same thing we learned in 2 Corinthians, the 5th chapter. He said, so it being naked, once we take it off, where they put us at? Naked. Same thing with Adam and Cool, they were naked. So what they had to wait on? To be clothed. They left the gun and went into Bamart bar. The gun was surrounded by the Bamart bar. That's what they told them. We heard you in the gun. We got out because we were naked. Y'all got it. So what do you think they were desiring? To be clothed. We know that because they took fig leaves, did it, and made aprons. We need to be clothed. But what they had was still temporary. We need something of Elohim. Here they were. He came and he gave them literal clothing that he made for them. This is sufficient. This is appropriate for you in your condition. These are the things that we're trying to learn to encompass in our minds. People just think it's about shouting and running and hollering. No, it's about learning how to live and learning how to move. As tragic, as hard as it is, how you gonna get out of it? How many of y'all don't want to die? I'm first raising my hand. Okay, then you ain't gonna do it. Is that the truth? Is that reality? So now you learn how to transition, right? And that starts with what we do today, how we live today. Y'all got it. The practice that we put in today prepares us for the transitioning from Kai to Mut to Kai. So our whole end is the transfer, basically the transfer from Kai to Alum Kai. Y'all got it. That's what we're looking for him, someone to show us this. See that the 27th chapter of the book of Bamart Bar, 27:15, they call Numbers. All right, this is the 27th chapter. They'll call it Numbers, but Mark bar 27:15. Listen.
And Moshe spake unto Yahuwah, saying,
What did he tell him?
Let Yahuwah,
May Yahuwah,
the Elohim of the Ruach of all Basar, set an Ish over the Adah.
See that? He talking about not just over the flesh, he said over the Ruachs of all flesh, appoint an Ish over the Adah. Listen.
Which may go out before them,
Who should go out before them.
and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in, that the Adah of Yahuwah be not as sheep which have no Ra'ah.
See that? Shall not be like sheep which have no shepherd, which is Ra'ah to them. Let's see what he told them.
And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, take thee, Yahushua, the Ben of Nun, and each in whom is the Ruach, and lay thine hand upon him.
Let's see what he wants to do. And do what?
Set him before Eleazar the Kohan, and before all the Adah, and give him a charge in their
Let's see what happened.
And thou shalt put some of thy kabod,
your authority,
upon him,
so that
all the Adah of the Banim of Yasharal may be obedient.
See, that's why we obey him. Part of that for us to obey him. We knew what Musha was under us. So when Musha came and he gave his part of his accreditation, his authority to him, that meant for us to shama to what he told us to do. Y'all got it? So he let us know this east that will come in Yahusha, we're going to be a man who was going to have the Ruach. That's why it was important for us to know him and acknowledge him. A lot of people don't pay attention to a lot of stuff. But let me say something. See if that Matthew chapter 3. Some of y'all already know. Y'all know a lot. Matthew, they call Matthew. Yahoo. Sit at 3 and 5. Listen.
Then went out to him Jerusalem, and all Yehuda, and all the region round about Yarden, and were immersed of him in Yarden, confessing their Kataim. But when he saw many of the Parashim and the Sadducees come to his immersion, he said unto them, O Tuledath of Nakash, who
Brood
hath
of vipers.
warned you to flee from the wrath to come. Bring forth, therefore, pari, meet for repentance.
And keeping with repentance. Come on.
And think not to say within yourselves, we have Abraham as our Abba. For I say unto you, that Elohim is able of these Aban to cum up Banim unto Abraham.
Okay.
And now also the axe is laid unto the root of the ox. Therefore every ox which bringeth not forth to pari is hewn down and cast into the fire.
Now see what happened? That's going to be us, the Abba. The Abba is the tree. The pari is the benin. So therefore every tree that doesn't produce good fruit, he's going to cut the tree down. What's going to happen to the fruit? Do we think about that? If the tree not producing good fruit and he cut the tree down, what happened to the fruit? That's right, I'm going to cut them off. My plan is to cut them off. If I cut the tree down, what happens? It's going to still produce fruit? Then I take away the fruit too. So it's important for the Abba to understand what we're supposed to maintain. I get on y'all a lot, and I make no apology for it. I'm gonna tell you why. I was a person that made a lot of bad decisions. I wasn't the best role model. I wasn't the best leader. I ain't talking about as a preacher doing that, but just in life in general with things. People would tell me all the time, you're a leader. You're a leader. Stop being a follower. You're a leader. Stop being a follower. You're a leader. You should do that. Don't you see that they'll follow you? Don't you see? But I wasn't caring about trying to be no leader. I was just looking at, I want to have fun. I want to do stuff. And that's the only thing I cared about. I get to they put me, they said, listen, don't you see you're a leader? And you say, hey, you being a follower. I'm saying, him. They talking about him. Whoop, 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 whoop. They said, see, you can lead. They'll follow you. If you do, whoop, 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 whoop. Because I couldn't comprehend that. I didn't see myself as a leader. And then see the changes I could make an impact on other people. So you make a lot of bad decisions. So it's important for us to come back and to consider. And I get on you guys because I want you guys to consider your decisions. As a man, you have to be as well as to be able to stand up for your wrong as you do for your right. People say, well, you're right. Stand up for when you're right. When you're wrong, you got to stand up and admit, I was wrong. I was wrong. And I'm saying a man, not just a physical man, but in every one of us. That's the same thing Yahusha wanted from us. That's a sign of humility. That's a sign of humbling ourselves. It ain't easy to get him to say, I was wrong. I made bad decisions. That's not easy, but that's part of your growth. You realize to make that balance, and with the wrong decisions you make, it helps you to make better decisions because you realize I understand the consequences and the severity of when I make bad decisions. I understand the long repair it takes to come back from it, so I'm not quick to just throw away something. They go smoke some crack, yeah, let go. And I think about it later, no, smoke that crack, get addicted, get hooked, lose what I got, turn homicide, be stressed down that street, can't make it back, laid in the hospital dead. No, not interested.
That's right.
Somebody else jump up and smoke and deal with it later. I just deal with it later in life. You have to start considering decisions you make. Some decisions you make in life, you can come back from them. It won't be every one of them though. And the thing is, you don't know which ones he'll let you make it back from. That's just being honest. There's some people don't make it back. One decision, that's it for life. There's some of them make decisions, that's it wrong, and those decisions come up eventually to try to get you to turn. And now you can become an advocate for them. You know what I'm saying? Of trying to encourage other people not to make bad decisions because you realize the injury, the hurt, the long period of time of recovery. So you say, you know what? I wouldn't advise it. I'm a proponent for people doing right because I understand how long it takes. I understand the hurt. I understand it'll push you to a point you just won't give up. So it's too hard to do that. So you try to make sure while you're able to, you sit down and consider your decision before you make them because they all got consequences to them. Got it? I'm gonna walk over here and just hit this guy. Boom. Okay, now where this go? That man go call the police. That man got a gun, he shoot me. Now at my funeral, what y'all gonna say? Man, if he had just thought about it. Every decision you make, you gotta consider. That's part of your maturity. Same thing that come out into the word. When he told you to get a word, he told you to consider. And what he'll give you. But if I don't think about it, it went and just shot right out of my head. And then guess what I'm waiting on? Understanding. Because why? I got to consider, what's the outcome? When he gave them the tour of the law, what they were supposed to do? They consider, that's right. It was for them to consider. That's why they realized, Musha, you talk with us, lest we what? Because they considered it. It wasn't something that just passed through the ear, through the drums, and passed. No, we're considering from what we saw, what we're hearing, what's actually happening, realize, and our fears of being murdered, being killed, being cut off, then guess what? We'll hear it and we will do it. Okay? Let's see what he told him. So now you look at the axe being laid to the root. Listen, for us, we not paid attention to this. If I lay the axe to the root, I'm totally going to annihilate you. I'm going to take you out. You're not going to be in, there's not going to be no kids. I'm taking y'all out. I'm cutting you off. Therefore, every tree that does not bear two good fruit is cut and thrown. That's you and your kids. We never looked at it like that. What was he telling them? He talking about cutting it to the root? To the root? Let's see what he told us. Listen.
I indeed immerse you with mine unto repentance.
For repentance. That's the purpose of washing you, for repentance.
But he that cometh after me is mightier than I.
Whose
shoes I am not worthy to bear. He shall immerse you with Ruach HaKodesh and with fire.
Let's see what else happened. That's another cleansing. Listen.
Whose fan is in his hand, and he will thoroughly purge his floor and gather his wheat unto the garner, but he will burn up the chaff with unquenchable fire.
Don't stop. Don't read it. Let's look at something right quick. Barashit. See if that 38. We went over there for who? Rashid. See that 38. Let me see 20. I don't know. Let's see that what I want. You said what now? 38 and 20 and 20. All right, let's see where they're going. Listen.
And
They call it Genesis. Barashit, in the beginning, 38 and 20. When Yehuda sent
the kid by the hand of Israel, the Adulamite, to receive his pledge from the Ashah's hand, but he found her not.
See that? He came back to get what he left her. So that's the same thing with us. It was going to be an exchange. He gave her some as a token that he was going to come back. As a token that he was going to send her something. That's the same thing we look at now. The Ruach HaKodesh is a token. He coming back for it. That's his Ruach. He coming back for it. That's his token. He's giving you something in sign and showing you that I'm coming back for you. Y'all got it? In hopes I'm coming back. This to verify that I'm coming back. That's what she wanted. How I know you're going to come back? How I know you're going to send it? How I know it's coming? So he gave her something and he was coming back to get it. Y'all got it? Okay. Let's see.
Then he asked the Anashim of that Malkum,
Saying,
where is the Kadisha that was openly by the wayside?
that's right, Kadisha, the temple prostitute who was by the road. Come on.
And they said, there was no Kadisha in this Malkum.
Not him. Go ahead.
And he returned to Yehuda and said, I cannot find her. And also the Anashim of the Malkum said that there was no Kadisha in this Malkum.
No temple prostitute. Come on.
And Yehuda said, let her take it to her, lest we be shamed. Behold, I sent this kid, and thou hast not found her.
He said we're going to be a laughing stock. He said, I got to send it. Y'all hearing it? That's for us too. When he told us, unto us a child was born, unto us a being was given. Yahusha had to send us a kid, otherwise he's going to be a laughing stock. That's what we were waiting on. He's going to send us a kid. The book told that whosoever mourn on him shall not be put to shame. Right. Come on. 24, come on.
And it came to pass.
I guess they got to pass back there because we're still at 23. Thank you. Come on.
And it came to pass about 3 Yarek after that it was told Yehuda, saying, Tomorrow thy Kalat hath played the Kadisha, and also, behold, she is with Yalet by Zanonim. Yehuda said, Bring her forth and let her be burnt.
Come on.
When she was brought forth, she sent to her Kamiyat, saying, By the Ish, whose these are, am I with Yalet? And she said, Discern, I applaud thee, whose are these, the signet and bracelets and staff.
Uh-huh.
And Yehuda acknowledged them and said, She hath been more Sadiq than I.
He said he recognized them and said she had been more Sadiq than I, and so much.
Because that I gave her not to Shelah my Ben, and he knew her again no more.
And he had no more relations with her again. Come on.
And it came to pass in the time of her travail that, behold, twins were in her womb.
What? Twins in her womb.
And it came to pass when she travailed that the one put out his hand, and the Midashah took and bound upon his hand a scarlet thread, saying, This came out first.
This one came out first. Let's see what happened.
And it came to pass, as he drew back his hand, that, behold, his ox came out. And she said, How hast thou broken forth?
What a breach you have made for yourself.
This breach be upon thee, therefore his Shem was called Phares.
That's what his name was called. All right? Phares. Listen.
And afterward came out his ox that had the scarlet thread upon his hand, and his Shem was called Zerah.
Let's look up his name. A rising of light, is that the only one? To irradiate or shoot forth a beam, to rise as the sun. Is this the only one he got for his name? That's fine. Come back over to the right. Oh, right. No, not that. Come back to rising of light. Rising of the light. Okay. With Zerach, actually wood is how they came up with rays, believed to actually come up with the rise. They actually ran it from the sun because the Shamash goes up. They use Zerach is actually believed they actually took it from actually the rising of the sun. When we look at getting up, we're talking about rising Zerach. Actually, we took it from the Shamash that it rises. Okay? And they put there a rising of the light. Look at second Beth Cuff. Boy, I sure got it warm in there. Cuff. One. Yeah. Cuff. 1:16. 2 Peter. They call it. 1:16. Let's see what they told us. Listen.
For we have not followed cunningly devised fables, when we made known unto you the power and coming of our Adon Yahushua HaMashiach, but were eyewitnesses of his majesty.
But our owns were the witnesses of his majesty. They actually saw it. Who know when they saw it? In the wind? What mount? What do you remember happened at the mount? That's right. Musha and all Yahoo appeared. And they came down, they spake, and they saw his clothes begin to be changed to be fashioned. Yahuwah began to tell them about this was his Yedidai Ben, and he wanted them to shama him. So they said that we were eyewitnesses. They saw it. Y'all see it. Musha came back to do exactly what he told them. He came back to put some of his authority on him. Yes, sir. Ian. Kaf. Kaf means the fist, the hand. Let's see, let's put out Olive Beth. Joseph, what you got? Zakar? What you got? All rise. What we just had up there about Zakar means the rising of the sun is what is actually believed, I'm correct. They actually believe that it actually stemmed from, that's how they came up with Zakar, from the Shamash rising up and down, well, from it going up. That's what they more or less attach it to. He wanted to see what Kaf means. Kaf is the Shem that was actually given to who they would call Peter Kaf. This is the Kaf. You see the hand? Y'all say the bent to allow. You use the hand to tame. Y'all got it? The Kaf. The open palm, bend, open, allow, or the tame. Let me just see you for a second. Come on. I said, but get your behind over here. You see the hand, the cuff? Every teacher, and how many of y'all remember your parent hit you with that hand? You knew. So you see how the hand, you got it? They been kid like, oh yeah, you good. Danny said, did he have to hit me like that? I know you're still recovering from that poison. Don't hit him too hard. So we're looking at the cuff. Y'all see that? The open palm, bend, open, allow, and detain. Y'all got it? Can y'all see that? You still right? You fine. You can stand over here. Come over here. You come over here if you need to see it. No, I'm saying you can walk over here if you need to see it. See, young folk gonna beat y'all out. I know y'all like, nah, they ain't gonna beat me out because you're gonna settle. You need to know. You need to know. They tell you when your hand balled up, you know what they tell you? Can't nothing get in it. So what you got to do in order to get some? So you can allow. And a lot of times that's how our hearts are, our laws. That's how it is. Just like a rock, stony. So guess what? You don't allow nothing to get in. And you don't allow nothing to get out. So what you got to do? You got to open it to allow it. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do y'all have that? Everybody got it? Okay. Appreciate it. What I had you holding? 1 to 16, cuff. So he told her, for we have not followed after cleverly devised fables. Y'all got it? When we made known to you the power and the coming of our Adon, Yahusha, the Mashiach, but our wounds were the witnesses of his majesty. Y'all got it? So that should be Oriel. Nine, 28, 30, 9:31. So they can see it. Oriel they call Luke, 9:31. Might be 33. It's at 31. Yeah, 9:31. Let's see. All right. Listen.
Who appeared in Kabul and spake of his decease, which he should accomplish at Jerusalem.
Which he was going to fulfill at Jerusalem. Listen.
But Cuff and they that were with him were heavy with sleep. And when they were awake, they saw his Kabul and the 2 Anashim that stood with him.
See that? They saw his Kabul. They talk about his majesty. They saw his Kabul and the 2 Anashim who were standing with him. Come on.
And it came to pass, as they departed from him, Cuff said unto Yahushua, Adon, it is too for us to be here.
I think here they use Moray, teacher. Should have been Moray. Yeah, Moray for teacher. That one it said master, which a teacher gonna fall up under the same kind of what we use, but Moray. So y'all got a chance, y'all wanna write that down? You can use that spelling M-O-R-E-H, because we use it for enunciation. Moray, which is gonna be a teacher. And a teacher would somewhat be similar as a master. In martial art, they'll look at their karate teacher as a master. They call him master. That's why people, and that because you're a teacher. And a lot of times when you deal with instructors, you actually deal with martial art. They'll really, you'll watch some of the show, they'll actually teach them about life as well. People, not like they'll come, they'll want to learn how to fight. They'll teach them how to use other things and how everything encompasses in life. It's a balancing. That's what a lot of people don't really want. I just want to learn how to fight. No, they teach you a balance. Sometimes you got to learn how to walk away before you fight. And a lot of times people, I just want to get so I can fight, and you can get yourself killed. So it's about them learning how to balance life, how nature flows. There's a lot of things you need to learn when you start to take on defensive acts. And now when you look at, when it comes down to learning the way of Yahuwah, you got to learn the same thing about nature. All the things we learn, we got to learn culture about nature. Animals, you watch the defensive fighting, they teach you style from animals. Same thing, we learn stuff. You're supposed to be the tribe, you're supposed to be the Matah of Yehuda, the Ari. So which means you gotta be cultured in what's Ari technique. Ari is real family oriented. Out of all the cats, cheetahs are not family oriented. Leopards are not family oriented. The only time you'll get leopards to stay together, it's gonna be because they're gonna be brothers. And they're gonna go out, they're gonna work together to try to attack because of their size and try to be able to hold down a position, hold down, and keep their prey once they take it. Till with Ari is tribe. Ari is not singular. Ari does just like what Yehuda did, Yahusha would do. He would resort all by himself. Y'all didn't know that? That's what Yahusha would do. He would walk off from them a lot of times and be withdrawn from them. Ari do the same thing. He'll sit and get something, he'll go right off from them. And that thing they know, he'll just appear back up. Because while they sleeping, while they doing other stuff, Ari going around trying to make sure he mark his territory, he realized he got to defend. He don't get a pride that he just lay down his head. He knows I have to defend. I have to be able to protect. I got to go and mark all my territory at all times. I got to go back through and resent because rain come, other predators come, and they'll scent, and I come back to resent, and I'm ready to defend it in order to protect my area, my empire, and my matah, my tribe. Y'all got it? But see, a lot of times people walk around and go get a lion head or go and grow dreads, and they don't really understand the practices of what we do. So it's important for us to know how to maintain these characteristics, how everything in life encompass who we are, encompass his existence. That's how we recognize him, through the things that he actually put into play. Y'all got it? Even Shaul in the 14th chapter, Acts of the Apostles, he said Elohim did good that he left not himself without
Witness.
See that? And Yahusha, and then Cup just said they were witnesses. He said in that he did too. And he gave us Ma'im. From where? From Shamayim in his seasons. So these were things that were significant to us. Y'all got it?
Sir.
So that's the same way we look at now. I'm finish this up. Come on. Okay. 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 And it came to pass as they were parting from him, Cup said to Yahushua, Moray for teacher, it is too for us to be here. Let us make 3 Mashakans, one for who?
Thee,
And one for
Musha,
one for Musha, and
one for all Yahoo,
but
not knowing what he said.
he didn't know what he's saying. Deep asleep. Go ahead.
While he thus spake, there came a cloud and overshadowed them.
Covered him.
And they Yara as they entered into the cloud.
And they came into the midst of the cloud, and they trembled. Okay.
And there came a call out of the cloud saying,
Which was a sound said.
this is my Yedidah Ben, Shamahim.
See that? And he wants you to listen to him. This is the one who I love. Listen to him. Okay? So we'll go back right quick to Cuff. They call it Beth Cuff, 2 Peter, they'll call it. Okay, 1:16. Okay. For we have not followed after cleverly devised fables, when we made known to you the power of the coming of our done, Yahushua the Mashiach. But our which are our eyes, because that gives us appearance and knowledge. Y'all got it? Resemblance. So that's what they were looking at. They could see the resemblance. Were the witnesses, our eyes were witnesses of his majesty. So they saw what happened. Let's see what happened. For he received
From Elohim, the Abba, Kabod, and Kabud, when there came such a call
see that? A sound to him.
from the excellent Kabud, this is my Yedidah Ben, in whom I am well pleased.
So you see what happened. For he received honor and kabod, which kabod, honor, kabod for glory, from Elohim the Abba, the Father, when a call, sound, voice, they heard a sound that came to him from the presence of his majestic glory, kabod, saying, this is my Yedidah Ben, son, in whom my Nephash am well pleased. Let's see what happened. 18.
And this call, which came from Shamayim, was we Shama, when we were with him
They
in the
heard
Kodash
it
Har.
when we were with him in the Kodash mountain, which is the Har. Go ahead. 19.
We have also a more sure debar of Nebuah,
Of Nebuah, we don't use prophecy. These are words that we got from our captives. With us, which,
ye do well that ye take heed.
see that you do well, which you do their goodness that you take to your law. So take heed. This is something you need to consider in your mind. It's something you need to consider in your inward parts. Listen.
As unto an Aurora that shineth in the Kashat Malkum.
So what use Zerah? That's what we're looking for Yahushua. That's what Yehukanah was trying to tell us when he came. That he had Zerah. And we do well that we take heed to it, that we acknowledge it. And that's what the Arats were supposed to do when he came into the Arats. The book told us when Ur came, what he told us that darkness did not take heed to it. He said, you do well if you took heed to it when he came on the scene. See, this is the thing that we all have to consider. Yeah. Salvation is the most important thing that we come here to do. To make sure we know and make sure we encompass it and comprehend it. What the world would try to do is try to skate by and try to find some cunningly devised fables, some words that'll make them feel good in an hour, time of need or hurt, versus if we align ourselves from the very first, it does what it's supposed to do. Y'all got it? It does what it's supposed to do. We take the word for prevention. They want to try to come in and grab it sometime for a cure. And anybody know if you take prevention, it'll work a lot better and keep you from having to use cure. But a lot of time we're using cure, it takes a lot more, it's a lot more fight, and sometimes cure won't work. Because you allowed it to get in and sink so far to where there's no way out of it. For us, we try to take heed while we're able, while we're up. Like he told us, remember me in the day I you, before that time comes. We know if we live it, we're going to die. Why wait till we die before we try to get right?
Right.
Why not get right before death?
Come on.
Why not consider and sit down and look at when we using words and we taking this stuff on for belief? People just giving us stuff. If you look, when Cup just told us how we hadn't followed cunningly divine favor, people don't actually want to know the truth. When people come and say, tell me, is it bad? Don't tell me. If it's some bad news of a team, who wins? No, I don't even want to know. Because that's how we all, when it come down to our life. We rather not know because we feel like if we don't know, we're safer. Why would you want to go to the grave with speculation versus when you can go down and you can actually know exactly what you're entailed for? You can know before you get to it. That's the part I appreciate about the times of old life when we were told about nobody know. We just hope and pray and just look to see mom and look to see husband, wife when we get to heaven. This is not something we found written. These are just things people giving to people to make folks feel good in a time of our need versus us sitting down and actually knowing the truth. When we know the truth, it gives us an opportunity to make sure we make the right choices. And a lot of times we haven't been given enough information to make the right choices. People just tell us stuff because guess what? They've been lied to, so lie to another people. And the lie continues. That's why churches continue to be built, mosques and synagogues and other things, because people look at when it's something they don't want to hear, something they don't want to know, you find somebody to tell you what you want to hear. Versus if you sat down and you hear the truth, you got an opportunity now to weigh a matter and have all of the right information you need. If you're going to make a decision about your salvation, you need all the information you can get. You need timelines. You need to go back and look, they found when was this introduced? When did this come up? What were the attributes of these people? Did these people actually call themselves this? Is this actually written, or this something I've just accepted because it's in a book? Just because it's got a title, a printed name on the front, and it's got some on the, what you call it, little corner part, something? Or some on the back side, we got a table of contents, and it got all this other stuff. It don't mean it ain't wrong. And that's how we've been fooled with society. They've given us something just to seduce us long enough to oppress us until we out of him. The people that took us knew we have an Elohim. They know we have a mighty one. That's why all of the nations, that's why all these people keep trying to copy the so-called Negro. All these religions try to copy us in every aspect. The Catholic Church, why is it they priests wear all black? Because they knew the color of the skin of the people. When these people go, why these judges sit in the courtrooms and sit here and wear an all black robe and then get black people so dumb, they keep thinking the man white. Why would you put on an all white or all black robe? And you're a white man, won't you wear a white robe? Because he know when he take your book, it clearly describes and gives a description of him as being a man of color. And they know that the man come back to judge her is going to be all black. But you'll go to a courtroom and let somebody all white judge you and condemn you. Because we've never been told the truth. The man will sit here and put a white wig on simply because he stole from your book. The book was not talking about white hair. That's talking about when a person's hair becomes gray, they would call it. That's why his hair was like that, because it was showing he was ancient. He was a person of age. He'd been around. The Negro been around. We didn't just appear on no scene. The Mormon church, the Catholic church, all these people sold these bad stigmas about ourselves. It was important for us to know to recognize. We've been in bad shape for a long time. Our people constantly dying. These hospitals don't know how to treat us because they used to working on animals. They veterinarians. These people are not surgeons. These people are not extra doctors. That's why they could transfer an organ from an animal and try to put in a human, because you're a veterinarian. You can't give us the same thing you give white people. It's just true. You can't give it the same. Our makeup is different. Our diet is different. Our behavior is different. He has something more conducive for us. But we've been sold a bad bill of goods. Everything that he tells us we have doesn't mean we can't live with it. It's because he had prescribed, he had designated, and he gives us the mindset to go ahead and stop living when he tells us. Versus if we came back and did what he told us to do, a lot of stuff we wouldn't be dealing with. All the things we grew up when we knew were wrong and we held to was wrong, he came along and now he told us right. How you can kill a baby in your stomach, but you can't kill it when it's out your stomach? It's still murder. It is. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. that we accepted abortion was for white people. White people invented abortion for us. When we were making too many babies and they wanted to cut us down, they were a husband, wife, 2.3 kids and a dog. We were outnumbering. We have 4 and 5, 6 kids, 8, 9 kids. How you come up and you the minority? Because you never checked that. When a white man came back and did a number search on you? How you let a man that's the less people of anybody, the man is constantly dying. This is why he needs you in his hospital. He needs your plasma. He needs your organs. This is why he gets you to sign your life. This man know he needs you. But you've been sold a bill of good that you need him. Man, the black church did more damage than anybody. The black church and the so-called Negro leaders have hurt us because they hadn't told us the truth. What have they accomplished and you still marching? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. The black church has given us the same lie we've gotten ever since we've been there and hadn't got delivered from it yet. It's the same oppressor. The stuff you got from your oppressor, and he won't even take it. This man won't even take what he giving you himself. These folk don't go to no church. They give it to niggas. He know who it belonged to. I growing up, you see white folk, you were going to church, white folk were going to the park. I'm not looking like, why these folks ain't going to church? White folk go to the park, they golf on Sunday. White folk but they gave it to you because they needed you to believe something. Once they got you away from what he designated the Shabbat, and you were supposed to keep it Kodash. How's it then? Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not do all these different things. And he told you to remember the Shabbat. Everything unchanged. Well, he changed the Shabbat, everything else still in effect. It's still the same rule, the same order. Everything he gave us is still the same. Just because the world changed to do what they want to do, it don't change what he told us to do. It made people feel good to live a lie. It made people feel good to tell a lie. If our people get to the truth, we can fix this situation, what we got. Fix these homes, fix these marriages, and get these kids where they need to be so they can grow up and be prosperous adults. And stop growing up to be failures. The only reason why we losing our kids because they don't have a real plan. Send them to school, give them to your oppressor to educate them. Years ago, these folks know they came up, you had black kids getting taught by black teachers. No white teachers didn't even want to touch you. They knew it. You had black teachers, old black teachers they used to strive to make sure you learn. They whoop your behind like they were your parent. Because they had kids, they knew you were going to make something out of yourself. You weren't finna fool around their class. White teacher got now, he don't touch it. They just write a little piece of paper, putting that senior to the office. Then you go play in another class for a couple hours, then you're dumb as a sack of rocks. Then you get out here and you fail. All they do now is social promotion. They think they help you. Just because they give you an A or B on your paper don't mean you know nothing. All they didn't learn how to social promote. The niggas so dumb they think, listen, white folk know. They keep sending their kid, I keep sending failure home. You gonna come in here and want to talk to me. Your kid passed. You good. They don't know no better. They think their kid got AIDS, but you sit your kid down, you'll find your kid dumb as all outdoors. These kids don't know nothing. They're not going to educate them. They teach them just enough to get out here and fail. Well, these kids don't have no ambition. They send white kids go to school, they already got a future. Whether they go or drop out, they got a few. Most of the white, when they got in Hollywood, are dropouts. Most of the whites, Joe Biden has already been proven, and Trump told you, he was the dumbest in his class and the man, the president of the United States. Now, what that say about the rest of the people? He told the man ranked how he know you the dumbest in your class? Where's that no? How many of y'all they can look you up and find out you the dumbest in your class? White celebrity, what they show you? They pay $200,000, to send their kid through school just to get paper to dumb you down. And the nigga preacher bring us in and make a fool out of them. Hey, you run around, need no pneumonia, get a belt and beat your behind you and get off that floor. Oh, you run around hard and screaming like you stupid. No, good and well you ain't learning nothing on that floor in conscience. I need to come out. I guarantee I start kicking him in the stomach. Let me see your Holy Ghost. Where's that? If you got it, you shouldn't even feel it. Joker be like, quick, I thought you was in the spirit. Folk done told more lies to make a fool out of us. Tired of him being dumbed down by these people. Can't find nowhere in no book, man, that had no spirit, had folk acting a fool. One person you find out was running and doing some stuff like that, and Yahusha got him clothed and in his right mind. Man was gashing and tearing their clothes, and they doing the same stupid stuff today. Instead of sitting down and educating our people, verify your information. Sitting around here, show me that 1611 right quick. Put that 1611 up right quick. It don't take long. Let's look at this. Wait, how many of y'all got a King James version? Your King James version should come from here then. Let's just see something right quick. Then I'm going to let y'all get ready and perform. I guarantee you don't know letting nobody sit around and tell me nothing stupid. So I want to see this is where your book come from. Now I'm gonna see if you're honest. This is the 1611 King James Version. This here said it was preserved, and that it's the living word of God. That's what this say. Huh? Let me see what happened. Let's see if I pick it up. I don't know. Pick me up a book here. Give me a New Testament. Let me find that man Jesus. Oh, we'll take that. Yeah, 120. Give me 121. I want you to look at your King James version. This is where your book came from. Translated from him. And she shall bring forth a son. Now you got S-O-N. That's not how you spell it. Now the English are the people where your vernacular come from. And they try to tell you it's spelled S-O-N-N-E. That's what they told you, but I guess you smarter than them. And thou shalt call his name. Where's Jesus? Let me guess. You don't care what no man say, cause you know your Savior. Now you can't be that dumb. You have a book in your hand called a King James Version. This man never had no J, so where did yours come from? Let me see again in front of what it said the first time. 1611 King James Version. No, it told me how you kept it. Well, oh, come on back. Come on back a little bit more. He should have told me how he kept it. Oh, here we go. Ooh, 1611 King James Version. The preserved and the living word, he said, of God. So let's say that again, 121. Matthew 121. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name. So this is what I got a problem with. How do you justify Jesus? How do you justify that his name became Jesus and it was changed when they told you it was preserved? And they only did this because they don't speak Abari, and they gave you a whole nother language. This is the Latin English they translate from the Latin to Greek, and nobody has a J. How did you get one all of a sudden? Because these people will give you what they want to get you on. These people don't care nothing about us. The Negro preacher, the white slave master, the European, none of these people care nothing about us. These people will waste time to dumb us down to keep us off the right track. These people will not stand and acknowledge no truth. These people have made a fool out of us for years, and our people constantly are dying in these churches, telling lies and living lies. Everything we got come from your oppressor. We don't even have a God. This is something these people gave you. Do you know what you were? Let me see. Slow that down for a minute. One time. What year this was again? No, I didn't know what year it was. 1611. And you were free. You were already oppressed, captured, and dominated by who they call Christopher Columbus in 1492. In 1611, you wanted no better situation. When he gave you this, he gave you a Negro version of it and told you it was for a Negro. Because he used it to capture, enslave us, and this is why we hadn't advanced in religion and we don't advance in the street. This is the very reason why the Negro is behind and his health is bad, because he gave you something and told you can eat what you want to eat, and that's why we sick. You can't eat from your oppressor. You look at that man die, that man can eat anything. Ain't no nigga get no strength from no cauliflower. That's for white folk. You can eat some. That stuff won't do nothing for you. That's for white folk. You have to eat. Let me tell you what white folks do. And I ain't mad on them. White people eat to their melon. They eat to their body type. You know what we eat to? We eat the slavery. Our eating is why we've been broken down. The food they give us, collard green ain't no national food for no nigga. We got that from him. Pig foots, pigtails, ham, everything he gave us, this is slavery food. We got that food from slavery. Where we come from in Africa, we ate fruit. We ate vegetables. These folks can't even grow over here. These folks show you a red, niggas hadn't even seen a black tomato. A black tomato is richer and better for us. That red tomato, that cracker give you, it causes you what? More stomach acid. Acid reflux, because it doesn't feed your melon. The food we ate was the same color grits that we ate are purple. White folks gave you white grits. White grit for white folks. I know I hate your feelings. We didn't know no better. Why would the white man teach us this? We were fed to be poisoned. Even Yahusha told the 6th the chapter, 6th division of the book of Tahalim. Say that 6th right quick. Let's go. So we go back and we want to know what were the names. That's right. We want to know what was the behavior. See if it's 68 and 23. Let me say that what I want. Let me say that 61. Let me say that 68 and 1 just said. Let Elohim arise, which means he gonna Zerah.
Cool.
Let his enemy, and let his enemies be scattered. And let those who hate him flee before his his face. This in your book. Let Elohim let him get up, and let his enemies be scattered, and let those who hate him flee from before his face. Jump down about 23. Let me say that what I want. All right, read.
That thy regal may be dipped in the dung of thine enemies,
That your feet may be dipped in the blood of your enemies.
and the tongue of thy dogs in the same.
Come on.
They have seen thy goings, O Elohim, even the goings of my Elohim, my Malak, in the Makdash.
What they'll call the sanctuary. Come on.
The Shireen went before, the players on instruments followed after. Among them were the damsels playing with the timbrels.
69. Let me say 69. Back me up to 18. 69, 18. I'm gonna get ready to let y'all perform. Listen.
Draw nigh unto my Nafash and redeem it.
Oh, draw nigh to my soul and redeem it. What do we say redeem is? That's right. Compensate for the bad aspects of somebody else. You want him to come back. What was our other definition for redeem? Now, young people, y'all wrote it down. What was our definition for redeem? We already read compensate. Should be pay a debt. He wanted to pay for it. He wanted him to pay a debt. He told him to draw nigh to his soul, and he wanted to pay the debt for it. Now he want him to do something. Listen.
Deliver me.
Ransom me.
Because of mine enemies.
See that? That's what we want him to do. What's a ransom? You heard when somebody kidnapped, they'll tell them to pay a ransom in order to get them back. That's what we look at him to do, to come back and pay a ransom to get us back. That's what the purpose of Yahusha, to redeem us. Y'all hear me? To pay that debt. And then we want him to come back and to get us back. And he want to get us back from our enemy. These people are our enemies. And they might think, this is hate teaching. This is not hate teaching the truth. Quit lying to yourself. This society don't care nothing about us. In order for us to feel better about ourselves, we have to know the truth about ourselves. If our truth hurt your lie, then your lie be torn down. We don't have to make no apology for our stance on educating our people by being a better people. White people don't make no apology when they walk around. When you see them apologize, I want to apologize for the Dixie flag. I want to apologize for the American flag. Under both flags, we were hung. Under both flags, we've been shot down. Under both flags, we're incarcerated. When do white people apologize for it? Your universities are named after Confederate slave owners. They named after folk Klansmen. Do they apologize for it? No. Because they don't feel like they've done nothing wrong. Then how we done something wrong, we educate ourselves with the truth. You're supposed to empower our people. And we're going to empower ourselves with knowledge. Now we got the book. Let's look at the book for what it says and stop playing games with ourselves. Instead of rocking somewhere, closing our eyes, praying for something that ain't going to never happen. Because you're calling on something that don't exist. You're doing something that ain't even appropriate that he told you to do. These folks taught you to close your eyes. Tell them to find one place in that book told you to close your eyes when you pray. That's the way my mom used to do it. That's what you do when you're dead, you close your eyes. He told, I don't know why they did it. That man eyes were open, he was looking. He told them to watch as well as pray. The folk came to Africa and did the same thing, and look at the mess we in. They had a saying said when they came to Africa, they taught us to pray. We had the land, they had the Bible. They taught us to pray with our eyes closed. We opened our eyes, they had the land, and we had the Bible. So I don't close my eyes no more to pray. Yes, sir. You had a question? Ransom. Let's look up ransom for him. That's a good question. That's right. You can't do nothing you don't know. R-N. Yeah, S-O-N. A sum of money or other payment demanded or paid for the release of a prisoner. Because we was in slavery. See, a lot of people don't even know what that means. The man, so Eddie Chris said, what that mean? He said, ransom you. That mean we ran some and we walked some. That's it. Dumb them down. You know what I'm saying? Obtain the release of a prisoner by making a payment demand. That's what we're looking at. That's what he told us he did. And the ransom he paid for us was what, my young people? Who? His basar? He said his basar, the Abari word for flesh. What was the ransom he paid? Yahuwah. The book just told you that he just finished talking in the book of Tahalim, he just finished telling us about him redeeming us. And then he ransomed us from the house of slavery. The ransom? Redeemed was death? That's your answer? How many of y'all with him? Raise your hand, how many of them with him? Did you eat that? Did you eat my potato souffle? Okay. Your answer just wrong for no reason then. So that's what we're going to go with? His death? Okay. That's what we're going to go with. Y'all going to write it down? Don't do it. Let's see if we get an answer for it. Right quick, pick me up at the Olive Cuff 121 and 20. Make it 190. They'll call it Peter. First Peter is what they'll call it. That's not the man's name. Talking for Peter's name is Parker. That's Spider-Man. Cuff 1 and 19. Let's see what he said. Oh, here we go. 119. Let's see what he told us. Make it 18 right quick. We'll read this. So this is 1 and 18. Olive cuff. What do we say cuff mean? The open hand means to allow, to bend, and to tame. Remember, you can use the hand to teach, right? Okay. Listen, 1 and 18. Listen.
For as much as ye know that you were not redeemed.
See this? You were not, as much as you know you were redeemed, not redeemed
with corruptible things, as silver and gold, from your vain conversation.
A conduct which
received by tradition from your aboth.
Which handed down from your aboth. So your behavior, again, we're going back to who? The fathers. So the behavior he said you have, we right back to the tree. If the tree is bad, what about the pari? It's bad. So now he's telling you that you received it from your father, and you will be the fruit of the tree, which means saying you're taking on the same behavior. But now he wants you to know, how were you redeemed? Let's see what he told us in the 19th verse. But
with the precious dam of Mashiach, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot.
in the dam of the Mashiach. So that's what he used to redeem us. That's what he used to ransom us as well. It was the dam. So he brought us out of Mizraim. When we was in Mizraim, and these people keep calling Egypt that don't exist. When he brought us out of Mizraim, he used the dam. That's how he redeemed us. That's what he used to ransom us too. Remember, when you commit kata, which is sin, or ma'al, which is a transgression, what's supposed to happen? Death. So what kept you from dying? The dam. It's the blood. Life for life. Life for life. That's what he used to redeem us. That's what he used to ransom us. Y'all got it? It's life for life. Okay? Let's finish this right quick. Tahalim, so I get ready. Y'all ready to perform? This 69 and 18 of the book of Tahalim, they call Psalm. Oh, draw near to my nephesh, which is my soul, and redeem it. Ransom me because of my enemies. Y'all got it? They folk done took me. They holding me back. Who you think holding y'all here? They'll try to tell you the Negro can leave. That's a lie. You know good and well you in captivity. That man ain't letting you leave him.
That's right.
Talking about no passport. You can get one, he ain't letting you go nowhere. Passport ain't nothing permanent. They ain't nothing but slave trade paper. They gave slave paper years ago to leave the plantation, go to the store. That's all a passport is.
Pass, that's right.
That's a permission you show. That's what you did. The white man stop you. All white people, the police.
Yep.
When the white slave master stop you, you show them that slave paper, your passport. They say you can leave the plantation. They know you going back.
That's right.
Every white man catch you, he stop you.
That's right.
What you doing, boy? Where your paper at, boy?
That's right.
Same thing the police do now when you ride. He pull you up, he ask you for your driver license.
Yep.
That's your traveling paper, boy.
That's right.
Girl. Ain't nothing changed. They don't want to hear the truth.
They don't want to hear it.
69 and 19. Listen.
Thou hast known my reproach,
And my what?
shame,
And
my dishonor.
all of who?
Mine adversaries are all before thee.
I don't know what you think. You him. Who you think you got? None but your enemies. White black folk that tell the truth. We had none but shame him. What happened?
Reproach hath broken my law,
Being disgraced. He said, broke his heart. And tell him what else you in.
and I am full of heaviness.
He said, I'm so sick. That's why the Negro's sick. How we come about saying we number one in blood pressure, number one in diabetes, number one in poverty, and we the number one top spenders? How the broken people can spend the most money?
That's right. That's right.
Who can convince you that we that stupid? Yes, sir. The definition of what? Ransom? You didn't get to write it down. What happened? Only half of it. I'll make sure I get it back up for you, and they'll get it. All right, let's what happened. Okay. He said, I'm so sick. And what do you do?
And I looked for some to take pity,
And if I look for sympathy, and tell them what happened.
but there was none.
Let me ask y'all a question. What race hadn't seen what happened to us? What race on that planet don't know what done happened to the so-called Negro and don't know what's going on with us right now? Why none of these other races hadn't come to help us out? Because we the only people that parallel to him. Nobody had no sympathy. Ask yourself, why China and them ain't sent no ships on him? Why Russia? Why Iran? Why Saudi Arabia? Why ain't none of these other places sent no ships and sent no military here to help us? Every time you look around, they talking about delivering some Ukraine. The Ukrainians are Russian. That's their own people. That's white on white crime. And you see the U.S. done sent them $60-some million worth of equipment to keep them from going back to their own people. They sent troops to Iraq to try to keep them from invading Kuwait. Most people don't know that Kuwait belonged to Iraq. That's how dumb the Negro is with the map. Saddam was taking Kuwait back because that was his people. That's his country. But they sent military to help us. Why won't nobody help us? You can clearly see we ain't white. The Negro the dumbest animal on the planet. You take this, the Negro and a brick. The brick smarter. The brick smarter. We let these folks take up, make a fool out of it. We don't even know. Why you think nobody ain't setting no help for you? Everybody could look and clearly see you don't belong to these people. How many people, you gonna look at me and you see American? You see the tragedy of America. You see the rape of America. You see the slaughter of America. You see the false incarceration of America. You see the murder of America when you see us. And nobody say nothing. Nobody said nobody help us. That's the same thing with Yahusha. He said, look what happened. He said, disgrace has broken my heart. I'm so sick, and I look for sympathy, but there was none. And for who?
Comforters.
But what did you find?
None.
You ain't gonna find none. Ain't nobody gonna come and pick and help you out. Everybody, ooh, you're so sorry. Lay down on the ground out there on the street and see who gonna help you out. Go lay a white. I take Jesse out there in that street. Man, be so many niggas done wreck their car trying to get help that white man so he be on TV. He said, I'm just taking a nap. You need some money? They ain't got no money. You see us on the street, what they say? That nigga on the street, he got what deserved to him. Yeah. That's a sorry man. They don't know I've been knocked out, had a seizure, passed out from blood pressure pill that he done poisoned me with. Right. First thing you assume when you see one of us, that it's our own fault. Yep. When you see white folk, you ran to go try to help them. Then go prop that crack up in your church. Right. Yeah. Only time he come to that church is election time. Yep. Talking about, ooh, I feel the spirit in here. I'm gonna come back and get telling them lies. Nice. Oh, good and well they ain't coming back. Rail niggas up, make a fool out, make them think they're gonna do something. Soon they get in position, they leave you out there. Yep. Let's see what they did.
They gave me also gall for my meat.
And what happened?
And in my thirst, they gave me vinegar to drink.
When you go back and look at their gall, he'll tell you clearly they gave you poison. And the reason why we looked at that, because we want to consider, why y'all think we dying? How y'all think we getting that cancer? Look what the man give us. Everything he give us, we done took and we thought that helped us out, done hurt us. We got a TV take up the whole side of our wall. Go stand in front of that TV and feel that heat radiated from it. Man, them TV we had in the 70s, you couldn't heat it up nothing. You needed a hang on them thing to get reception. You couldn't have a straight hang, you got to bend the hanger, twist the hanger, turn the hanger. Now you got a TV so big, gonna take up the whole darn wall, you don't even paint the wall. Hang the TV on it. And that thing putting out how much radiation in our rooms. Everything, then you sit around that darn phone stuck to the side here. I be telling my side I said, don't put that junk by your head. I be telling, don't put that junk by, that stuff going right now. Yeah, what y'all think it doing in our brain? Now they done jumped up talking about some 4G, 5G. What y'all think killing us? Now this is Yahusha telling us that the people that had him captive, they the one gave him the poison. Every time you look around, they recalling meat. Recalling products out their shelf. The same thing happening. The folks are poisoning us. Them folks just sit around and just think, y'all know how long man been on the planet? Why cancer ain't been killed us? Why diabetes and blood pressure ain't been stroked us out? We didn't know about none of this stuff until we came in contact with them. Everywhere white folk go and diagnose you, you sick. Soon they went to Africa and took them white folk, them lab coats, started shooting folk. Everybody in Africa need a kidney transplant. Everybody in Africa need blood pressure pill. Everybody in Africa, they need the COVID shot. Stuff folks had never even heard of. Most of these folks they don't even know nobody in Africa. I communicate with the folks that they ain't never even heard of this stuff you talking about over here. They tell you a lie to sell you a bad bill of goods and run you around like a fool. They done put their own medical. Folks won't even listen to medical doctor. Why would every medical person who know about COVID get the shot? Ask yourself, why won't every one of them doctors get the shot? Why would them nurses quit their job and go work at Walmart? Because they already know what's inside that shot. They got more people sick and more people dying from that shot than a little bit. You think they finna give a cracker the same needle they give you? We right back to segregated water fountain. You ain't getting the same shot they get nobody white. A coon gonna get a different needle. Your needle come out already bent. Blood already on the tip of it. Gonna give you one of them reusable needles. I don't trust these white folks to stick me with nothing. Time for us to start thinking. This the word right here they use, roche, a poisonous plant. Listen, probably the what? The poppy plant is what you use to make cocaine. The poppy plant is what you use to make the heroin and stuff. This is what they use. You know where you get the poppy plant from? The poppy plant is fluent over in the East, the Middle East. That's why they went into Afghanistan. I don't know why they niggas keep talking about they went for no oil. They did not go to Afghanistan for no oil. They went there to get the poppy plant, because that's how you made the opioids. Look up every war these crackers went to. They always go somewhere where the plants are popular. It's not about no oil. America got more oil than they have over there. That's your first stupidity. They like that. That means why they went to Iraq. For the oil. They love for niggas to be dumb. We white folks don't need no oil. We got oil right here in America. Texas got more oil rigs out here, more oil than these folks gonna ever think about. I don't know, they like for us to say dumb stuff. They like for us to look stupid when we talk, and white folks just laugh at. That's what we over there for. White folks went to Laos, they went to Vietnam for what? Because the plants. That's how, when them boys came back, go back and look at them Vietnam, they all came back on heroin. Most of them came dependent on heroin because that's what they went on there for, the heroin plant. They went to get the heroin. That's what hit your streets. That's what messed your people. New York flooded with it. New Jersey flooded with it. California flooded with it. They flood these cities with these opioids. Now they get them out there and they give them pills. What you think these hospitals using? They write the prescription, make the insurance compare. They get the drugs. These folks ain't nothing but legal drug dealers. Go lock a nigga up on the street for a pocket full of pills, and you got Walmart, you got Kroger, you got every one of them be shut down by the feds. Why you think all them sitting here with a pharmacy? Soon as you see you need something for pain, because that's how they get their money. They went to get the opioid plants. They ain't taught us nothing. Always have a nigga with a dumb conversation. White folk don't need no oil. Man got oil buried all up. Anyway he want. He told you want to drop the price. He said, I'm going to put so many millions of oil out here and flood it. Well, he ain't going to get him no sorry. He already had it. They going to cut the sauce off anyway. They don't even know. They call you sand nigga. Every one of them over there, that's what they call you, a sand nigga. White folk don't like it, and they so stupid. They don't like it. What make you think they like you? You went here and stole our identity. All right, that's two. I'm going to let y'all perform.